What's up, YouTube Spotter family? Yeah, I'm going to represent YouTube as a Spotter family this time, especially for all of the Spider Man fans out there. It's your boy, Alan Spidey. And I'm sure people are probably wondering, which, I mean, look at the cosplay, look at the suit. Have you seen Spider Man Brand New Day? Yes, I have. In fact, I saw it Thursday when it technically opened Friday. I saw it Thursday. And I kind of had mixed feelings about the movie. I did like it, but I have a lot of issues with it. And sometimes it takes me two viewings to change my mind. However, I did go see this movie a second time the following week with my wife. I saw it the Thursday before it came out with my best friend. And I saw it the second time with my wife, like I said. And so what I want to talk about here is, did the second viewing of this movie change my mind and make me like it any better? Yes and no. I have a lot of issues with this movie, and that's saying a lot coming from a Spider-Man cosplayer. But I'm gonna come at y'all real. This is my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be honest when I review stuff, and I'm gonna talk about the problems that I had with Spider-Man Brand New Day. I really like that this movie focuses more on character-driven approach as far as telling the story this time. And this one, it really made me feel like I knew what it costs to be a superhero like Spider-Man. Peter Parker has to really learn how to be on his own in this movie. Although he still annoys the ever living hell out of me with the nonstop, I can't forget about MJ crap. Luckily, this movie doesn't cave in too much in that area this time. I mean, somewhat. Also, the web swinging scenes in this movie are, no pun intended, amazing. It reminds me of the PS4 game. In fact, the movie itself reminds me of that game. And that's a fine addition in my book because I absolutely love that game. Tom Holland is also in excellent shape in this film. It took him some time to get here, unlike the story from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and I like this a lot. Progression is always a good thing. He also lives alone now. He is becoming a man, hence the name Spider-Man. And I do think this is quite easily uh, Tom Holland's best performance here. I guess I can say this is the best acting I've seen Zendaya do, but I still do not get the appeal of her at all. I don't find her hot. I mean, she's not ugly. She's definitely not ugly. But I definitely don't see why Peter Parker is so going nuts over this woman. Seriously, dude, move the fuck on. This is your fourth movie. Now, had they put both MJs in Spider Man No Way Home, I'd have been annoyed as hell. I might have even considered walking out of the movie. Well, no, I probably wouldn't have went that far, honestly. Another problem I have with this film is also Ned. He doesn't really do jack shit in this damn movie. At least not in my opinion. You know what else really pisses me off about this movie? All the damn villain cameos. There are villains here, villains that a lot of fans wanted, but they're basically just cameos. They are all pushed aside super early in this film. And speaking of villains, we are getting into what is probably my biggest issue with the damn movie. But before I get into all that, let's talk about these other characters. Starting with the Hulk. Do we really need the Hulk a third damn time? In somebody else's movie at that? Enough is enough. I'm pretty sure most of his scenes are actually in the damn trailer anyway. Another little issue I have with the Hulk. There's like a part in here where like a student asks about like Thanos, and he has this dude like stand up and like mock the Hulk, like the whole Thanos thing was a joke. Dude, seriously, Thanos is the reason you were a bitch in Avengers Infinity War to begin with. So put it plainly, I'm kind of getting sick of the Hulk. In my opinion, he ain't been shit since Thor Ragnarok anyway. Now on to the Punisher. I honestly cannot look at John Bernthal and be like, this guy is the Punisher. When I see John Bernthal, the only thing I can think of is Shane from The Walking Dead. Now, the Punisher series was okay, I guess. But as I stated earlier, I look at John Bernthal and all I see is Shane from The Walking Dead. Now, as for the character of Punisher in this film, they got this character all wrong. My issue is I never wanted the compassionate version of the Punisher. Never. It just makes the name Punisher pointless. He's very likable in this movie, but he's too likable to be called the Punisher, in my opinion. The Punisher is also smart about how he attacks. And in this movie, there's literally a part in here where he goes into a building and just starts shooting recklessly. I personally didn't need Punisher or Hulk in this movie. I didn't. Now let's talk about Yelena. At least she's not in this for super long. But you know what my beef is with Yelena? Her character is just meh, in my opinion. I mean, she's kind of idiotic. So you think Spider-Man handles little potato stuff, huh, Yelena? No, bitch. He fought Thanos. Yeah, Yelena is dumb as hell in this movie. I don't know if I care too much for the whole Spider-Man arachnid thing he had going on either. I didn't hate it, but it felt a little forced to me. This movie is also making a habit of just putting their own spin on stuff that happened in the other Spider-Man movies. There's two scenes in this movie that are almost copies of a scene done in both Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. Isn't this movie called Brand New Day? New Day. The Hand. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention The Hand. Why? Because they don't feel like much of a hand of this movie, like the trailer suggested. They just feel shoehorned into the film. So I guess now is as good a time as any to talk about what might be my biggest problem with this movie. Jean Grey. My issue is not so much with the reveal of Jean Grey at all, because I kind of thought this might happen just from seeing the trailers and stuff. I kind of thought this might be where they're going with this. My problem is with the execution of this character. Yes, I'm aware that this might be how they're setting her up for the X-Men franchise, the newer X-Men franchise coming out, I mean, which just got, all their cast. And I get Xavier isn't here to guide her, but I still have serious problems with Jean Grey in this movie. I guess I kind of understand some of Jean's actions. When I went and seen this the second time anyway, it kind of helped me understand a little bit more. But not enough to where it made much sense. She killed a ton of random civilians for the sake of finding her sister. But then near the final moments of the film, she has a sudden change of heart. And we're just all of a sudden supposed to forgive her and act like she's a good person now. just because she breathed manually for Spider-Man at the final moments of the film. Yeah, that shit right there just ain't sticking for me. So all in all, guys, I have to say this. Even with all the issues I had for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I have to say, I still enjoyed and recommend seeing this movie. Now, by far, this is not one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. I don't think this is one of the best ones. And to make a long story short, it doesn't have to be. Not every single Spider-Man movie has to be an A-plus film. They just need to be enjoyable. And I got that. Despite all my issues with the movie, I still had a good time. I had a better time the second time I watched this movie. Well, hopefully, if you're watching this review, you've seen the movie. Because if not, I kind of just spoiled it for you. I guess the only thing left for me to do now is to give this movie a final score. And when it comes to movies, I rate my movies on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. And if a movie really sucks, I give it 0 stars. So, what am I going to give Spider-Man Brand New Day? I'm going to give Spider-Man Brand New Day a 3.75 out of 5. And with all the issues I had, that's still a pretty good score. Hopefully, anybody watching this video has also seen the movie. Let me know what you would rate this movie. Do you think this is the best Spider-Man movie? Do you think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man? Me personally, my favorite Spider-Man is actually Andy Garfield. Although his films are not the best Spider-Man films. My favorite Spider-Man films are without a doubt Tom Holland's films in the MCU. However, the Spider-Man movie that gets the most replay value and the most rewatched actually is the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And with that being said, I'll swing through and catch you on the next video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.